Relocation here, I think, is, in the grand scheme of global relocation, it's very, very easy. It's not difficult to settle in Singapore. There's a lot of expats here. There's good facilities around housing, transport, etc., etc. So it's not difficult to settle in pretty quickly.
Favourite things about living in Singapore, I would say sport all year round. 12 months of the year I can play football, golf, paddle, tennis, rugby.
Where in the UK you have like 6 months of the year where it's like dark and you can't really do stuff in the evenings. Like it's quite nice here because you can kind of get out and about like any time of year.
I was really keen on kind of getting some exposure to different industries. I wanted to move to a different country to experience different cultures.
Favourite things about living here, the weather, that's for sure. Even though it can be quite humid, and that takes some adjusting to, the fact that you haven't got to deal with winter, and it is always warm, is very nice.
Food here is great, right? Weather is good. The people are nice as well. So, yeah.
It's such an easy place to live. It's such a walkable city. Most places will take you not very far to walk to.
It's safe. It's extremely safe here. So that's a real plus for having a very young family. The schooling is very good, and there's a lot of children here, and there's a lot of variety. And I think them growing up in a real international environment with kids of all different types of nationalities is a great grounding for them.
It's an amazing sort of location in regards to travel. It's a springboard for amazing locations sort of around Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand, etc. The food and drink scene is very good, and if you're active and in sport, there's so much on offer in Singapore. Moving to a new location anytime is obviously quite daunting, but NES were great for the process. They were really helpful in sorting everything with the relocation, flights, etc. They were great with the visa process.
Relocation process was very smooth. So I got a lot of support from visa and assignment support, and then the managers here. And then when I got here, everyone in the office very helpful with just finding out where to live and location-wise. So it was all pretty smooth.
NES is extremely well set up in Singapore. We've got a great office and assignment support team. Apart from doing the interviews, it was pretty easy to come here. I just had to fill in the visa forms and do the process to kind of get mobilised, but I really just needed to get my flight.
Being so far from home was like probably one of the main things for me, but I think once you get here and you settle in and you start meeting people, it does feel a bit more like home.
Moving to Singapore as a place, it's quite an easy transition. It's a huge expat community, so it's quite easy to socialise, meet people. It's a much softer move than other locations, I think, due to sort of the expat community and nature of it. NES as a business were really welcoming. It was great sort of being in the Singapore office and then meeting all sort of the wider teams throughout the region as well made me very welcome.
There's a really good expat community. So I train at one of the big martial arts gyms, and the people you're training with there are marketing directors at our clients. They're working in the oil and gas sector. Obviously IT is very big here, so you're always bumping into someone just training and having a laugh with people who are senior, and good expat community. Everyone's very welcoming. It's a good crowd.
Lifestyle is not that dissimilar from our life in London in terms of like things we like doing and the sorts of things we kind of do at the weekend and stuff like.
The food in Singapore is amazing, so I generally try to go to the gym 5 days a week.
So we were out at the weekend watching UFC at Boomerang. That's a big expat crowd as well as locals. They always have like the NFL on there. Yes, I've been to the F1 a couple of times. Did the stands and then also did walk around. Also my first year I went to the Hilton and watched it from the bar at the Hilton, which was really cool. They had a big event there.
I'll go see friends on the weekends, keep as social as I can, holidays when I can. It's a pretty easy life.
Just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. That's what I did, and it all worked out.
For someone coming to Singapore, the advice I give is just do it. It's such a great place to come. You know, if you put the effort in, you can really advance your career pretty significantly in Singapore.
There's a lot of opportunity for recruiters. The market isn't as saturated. If you're coming from a Western country, you'll find that the opportunity for recruiters.
I did come here with very little. We came with like 2 suitcases, and that would be something I would recommend to people is don't overpack, because you know you can find everything you need secondhand here. And there's lots of expat Facebook groups, so join those, get onto those, get in those conversations, ask your questions, and there's always someone with an answer that is willing, you know, to help in some way.
Singapore, you can have your bank card the same day. They go down to the bank, they print it for you there and then. Everything's very smooth and efficient. A lot of expats move to the sort of River Valley, Robertson Quay area. Very expat heavy, loads of nice restaurants and bars there. It's a good place to live if you've just moved here and you can really be around people.
It's not that far from the UK. It's not that close, but you can do a direct flight back to the UK. It's, you know, 13, 14 hours, but you know, the world is a smaller place now than it was in the past. So
get involved in stuff here. You've got to say yes to everything. You've got to join clubs. Like sports is a really good way of meeting people here. So like we joined a running club when we arrived, like in a cycling group now. So I think you just got to be like really open-minded.
There's lots of opportunity. APAC is obviously a region that is growing massively. So I would just say do it.